Hi guys, today we are going to do this question that came in lead code morning challenge. Minimum value to get positive step by step sum. Let's read the question. Given an array of integers nums, you start with a initial positive value called start sum. So there is a variable named start value and which has some initial positive value. We don't know what it is. In each iteration, we calculate the step by step sum of the start value plus elements in nums from left to right. So basically, we are doing the start value plus the current element. Okay, so return the minimum positive value or start value such that the step by step sum is never less than 1. So we need to basically tell a positive minimum value of this variable start value such that the running sum never becomes less than 1. Let's understand it better by the given example. So we are given to understand the test cases. We are given two values. Let's assume the start value to be 4, and in the other case, we assume the start value to be 5. So now, if we take the start value as 4, so 4 minus 3, the first element comes out to be 1, which is greater than 1, which is the required condition. Then 1 plus 2 would give us 3. Then again 3 minus 3. Here we encounter a value 0. But the minimum but what we are required is the step sum is never less than 1. So in this condition, the basic condition is violated. So we move to the next start value, which is greater than 4. So here 5 minus 3 would become 2. 2 plus 2 becomes 4. 4 minus 3 here becomes 1. So it is not less than 1. So this is kind of acceptable till now. Let's see what happens further. 1 plus 4 becomes 5. Then 5 plus 2 becomes 7. So we see that like and for the test case 1 and 2, the minimum start value should be positive. So it means that in case when there are all positive numbers, so the answer has to be 1. In this case, if we see that 1 minus 2 minus 3, in this case we see that if we let's dry run this example. 1 minus 2 minus 3. If we take the start value as something like, let's suppose it's 1. So 1 plus 1 would become 2. And 2 minus 2 here becomes 0. The condition is violated. Then let's take the start value as 2. In this case 2 plus 1 becomes 3. 3 minus 2 becomes 1. And then 1 minus 3 becomes a negative. Okay, so here the condition is violated again because it has to be greater than 1, greater than equal to 1. Like this running sum at any point needs to be greater than equal to 1. So we take running step value, the initial value, as something equal to 4, let's suppose. So here what happens is 4 plus 1 becomes 5, then 5 minus 2 becomes 3, 3 minus 3 becomes 0. So here also violation. Then let's take the start value as 5. 5 plus 1 would become 6, 6 minus 2 would become 4, 4 minus 3 would become 1 plus 1. So here the condition is true. So the minimum start value becomes 5 for this answer. That is what is given to us. So how would we go about thinking the logic? We see that in this question, the So we see that the how we could drive to the solution is that if we start calculating this sum and see the most negative value that we encounter. In this case, what would be the most negative value? It would come from here. Like if we start the initial sum as 0, then 0 minus 3 would come as minus 3. Minus 3 plus 2 would come as minus 1. Minus 1 minus 3 would come out to be minus 4. After that, we have all the increasing values. So basically, we are required to have the step-by-step sum, which is never less than 1. So here, if we take the value as negation of the most negative value, like we encounter that the sum of these three elements comes out to be minus 4, right? So minus 4 would give us, if we had the initial sum as 4, then all these elements clubbed with 4, positive 4, would give us answer 0. But what we require is 1. So we add 1 to the most negative value. So let's code it, then you will understand it a little better. Int minimum sum is equal to initially it has to be 0, then answer, and the current sum is equal to 0 for int x of nums, current sum plus equal to x if current sum is less than minimum sum. We are calculating the minimum sum that we've encountered. Minimum sum equal to current sum. So here we update the current sum value. So for this case, the minimum sum would come out to be minus 4. So since if we had initial sum 4, so 4 plus minus 4 would in this case give us 0. But what we require is minimum value of running sum to be 1. So here basically what we return is return minus of minimum sum plus 1. So in this case minus 4 is what we got. So minus 4 into 1 would give us 4 plus 1. So that is the required answer. Let's run it. And also in the case of 1 comma 2, in which all the values are positive, we would have a minimum sum 0 initially. Since all the values are positive, so the minimum sum is never updated. So minus 0 plus 1 would also give us answer 1, which is the required value. So let's try to submit it. So this is a quite efficient solution. We see that like in a single loop, we do this question quite intuitively. We haven't used any algorithm as such, but yeah, it was a very nice question, so I thought of covering it. I hope you guys have understood it well. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.